Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So not really too much to talk about today with regards to the market. Everything is relatively flat. This is Bitcoin on the daily right now, trading at $19,300 per coin, bringing up XRP. And you can see here, it's just kind of sitting in this level of support right now, trading at 44.6. So the euphoria is worn off, at least for now. And even though we haven't seen too much movement with regards to crypto prices, there is never a lack of drama on crypto Twitter. Here is a tweet from Nebuchadnezzar here. Why Ledger getting roasted by the XRP community? This is a story that took grasp yesterday. Apparently, one of their developers called XRP a centralized crap coin, or poubelle, which is garbage in French. Ledger actually came out and said, these comments do not reflect our views. We are chain agnostic and welcome the XRP community here at Ledger. We proudly support XRP on Ledger Live, where it can also be bought and swapped. I don't understand why any of these companies would take a political stance on any particular coin, considering, that's their business. It's like celebrities in politics. I don't really get why they talk about it openly, considering, especially if you're a huge celebrity or sports star or something like that, why you would decide to alienate a huge portion of your fans. So Ledger, anyway, okay, I'll tell you about it. This is what happened here. First of all, I think it kind of came about. I think this connects here. Jungle Inc. posted this. Wow. You know how many of these devices I've sold over the years? WTF Ledger. Apparently Ledger had blocked Jungle Inc. Ledger cleared that up too, though. They said, hi, do you mind checking again? You don't appear to be blocked on our end. Then somebody came forth and posted this clip, okay, from Focus XRP here, the co-founder of Ledger, okay, Eric Larch, saying in French that XRP is a centralized crap coin and it's not even a cryptocurrency. I would like him to give more elaborate commentary on his remarks. Here are the remarks in French just from TikTok. Watch this.
XRP, poubelle, hein, c'est un truc centralisé. Pour moi, c'est pas un cryptoactif. On s'en fout. Utilise.
Okay, just a really quick clip. XRP centralisé, c'est poubelle, so it's garbage, it's centralized. It's not a very active coin. Basically just kind of a fleeting remark about XRP. He was categorizing these all these different types of cryptocurrencies. As you can see here, he put XRP beside Luna. Now, again, this is Eric Larch, okay, or at least that is his handle on Twitter. Eric Larchevêque is his name. You gotta love the XRP army. So he did respond to this clip. This wasn't a really serious personal commentary from my side and not at all in relation with Ledger. So he is separating, he is distancing himself from Ledger, which as a company is very supportive of XRP and one of the first to support it historically. And of course, people in the XRP community demanding a response like Moon Lambo. Do you really believe XRP is a centralized crap coin? If you're going to make Max Kaiser style comments, please try to justify them. Ledger, they came out, they said, look, these do not represent our views whatsoever. Just because this guy came out and, was classifying cryptocurrencies, putting them in categories. I mean, I guess I really don't understand why this gets people up in arms. I mean, was it probably in bad taste? Likely. Ledger down here responding, as Eric mentioned, we are chain agnostic and welcome the XRP community here at Ledger. So I'm glad they came out. I do love the Ledger. I do use the Ledger. I really don't want to stop using the Ledger because of some idiot Bitcoin Maxi's remark about XRP. Yeah, we've heard it all. Anyway, that is the drama. That's the story there. So Eric Larchevêque, he responded, Ledger, the company, has also distanced themselves from those comments. Mike Manfield here on Twitter posting some Cross River Bank news. Now, they've been a Ripple partner since 2014. He posts this, Cross River Bank, a technology infrastructure provider that offers embedded financial solutions, today announced a new collaboration with American Express, guys, another Ripple partner. This would allow Cross River to issue credit cards on behalf of fintechs on the American Express network. So on behalf of fintechs specifically, here's a quote, collaborating with American Express enables Cross River to provide additional operationality to our partners and their customers. This coming from Gilles Gade, founder, president, and CEO of Cross River. Our expanded payments and technology infrastructure increases efficiency and the scalability that our partners have come to expect. The addition of the American Express network provides fintechs with access to select American Express benefits, along with enhanced value and a seamless experience when issuing with Cross River. Here is another quote, we're thrilled to add the American Express network to our comprehensive suite of payment services. This collaboration allows us to offer our partners and customers access to a broader payment ecosystem and expanded operationality backed by Cross River's compliant infrastructure. The brand strength of this American Express network within the fintech landscape is already strong, and we look forward to building on that by pairing it with Cross River's own brand. So expanding the ecosystem for payments, partnering up with a credit card company specifically for payments. The big takeaway though, two Ripple-enabled companies realizing that, fintech, financial technology services, conducting payments via DLT technology, this is obviously where the future is for payments, and so it sounds as though they're getting on top of this. Wanted to thank Mike Manfield for posting that. XRP Crypto Wolf also bringing this up with regards to the XRP Ledger and Equilibrium games. The XRPL was picked by the innovative DLT game hub Equilibrium, and here is why. The Twitter account of Equilibrium Gaming Hub has posted a tweet sharing why they chose XRP Ledger to make their blockchain games a year ago. The tweet proudly states that the XRPL and especially the XRP community were chosen because they have always been about utility and making things that have actual use cases, improving the status quo way of doing things. The company stated that its game hub Equilibrium aims to push centralized games from the market and connect them to the world of finance. And here is the tweet, guys, why we chose the XRP Ledger for Equilibrium Gaming Hub. XRP and the community was always about utility, creating something that has real use cases, something that improves the standard ways. EQ is replacing the centralized gaming markets and connecting it to the financial world. That is what we are all about. The XRP community, understanding that utility is king when it comes to cryptocurrency adoption and development and future technologies, right? There are reasons why companies like Cross River, for example, and Amex are partnering together. That's just one example of many different times when companies that are connected to Ripple or RippleNet decide to partner with one another. Expands that flywheel, really drives demand for the XRP token, and eventually the more demand we see, the higher the price will get. So this is a situation where every little bit counts, and the Equilibrium Gaming Hub doing their part as well. So wanted to thank XRP Crypto Wolf for posting that. Wrath of Kahneman guys posted this. Okay, so here's some news coming out of Japan. SBI Remit and Sendai Bank form a new international remittance partnership. Now this quote, or rather this tweet, this announcement was in Japanese. I'm just going to try to translate that here. So SBI Remit and Sendai Bank form a new international remittance partnership. Sendai Bank is the second regional bank with the second largest market share as the main bank in Miyagi Prefecture. Indirect use of RippleNet has also splendidly increased due to the connection between regional banks and SBI, and as we know, SBI is a large shareholder of Ripple, so there is a connection there. SBI has an ODL for the Japanese yen and the PHP, which is the Filipino peso, and I hope that the use of regional bank associations will increase as the corridor expands in the future. And so just a few screen grabs here, but I don't speak Japanese, so these mean nothing to me. I am just relying on this translation. Big news here, though. We know Japan has always been quite supportive of the XRP project, Ripple, XRP in general. We also know there is a consortium of banks in Japan. Some of the biggest banks in Japan have committed to utilizing RippleNet, and that was established a few years ago too. So great news here. Wanted to thank the Wrath of Kahneman just for posting that. Want to just continue on here. Mike Manfield posting this. JCB is embarking on a central bank digital currency pilot with Tokyo merchants. So some more great news coming out of Japan here, with Japan's central bank investigating the rollout of a CBDC. JCB has joined forces with identity specialist Idemia and fintech SoftSpace to investigate how any digital yen would work in stores specifically. Now, this has to do with the CBDC project. Mike Manfield down here just mentioning, though, Ripple did partner with JCB 5 years ago. So that is an interesting connection. I believe it was back in 2014 when they partnered up. Now JCB is testing in-store CBDC payments. We know Ripple has also been dabbling in central bank digital currencies, has created few on a private ledger for certain countries. And so now Japanese payment giant JCB is embarking on a central bank digital currency pilot with Tokyo merchants. With Japan's central bank investigating the rollout of a central bank digital currency, JCB has joined forces with identity specialist Idemia and fintech SoftSpace to investigate how any digital yen would work in stores. The card firm is developing the JCBDC, so the JCB digital currency that will be tested into next year using JCB contactless cards at merchant POS terminals or point of sale terminals. So thinking of ways, brainstorming ideas with regards to a central bank digital currency. This one would be branded a JCB digital currency. So I don't know if it's starting to get a little redundant, because that's just it, right? When you have so many currencies pegged to the, to the fiat, if it's a CBDC or a stablecoin or what have you, they're all fairly redundant. And Brad Garlinghouse has even mentioned that. when talking about JPM coin, when JP Morgan decided to launch their stable coin, you know, if it's pegged 1-to-1 to the US dollar, what's the point? Why not just use US dollars, and why not use the interoperable blockchain, leveraging RippleNet technology in order to make these transactions? I think that went over a lot of bankers' heads, though, way back when, before the education process started. I think a lot more people understand how, blockchain technology works and how these transactions are going to work now. So the redundancy, I'm actually quite surprised by this, that we're actually seeing a JCB digital currency. Like Brad Garlinghouse said, you know, if you have your JPM coin, will Bank of America want to hold your coin if it's being transferred from one of your clients to them? Probably not. So there should be some kind of standard there where, you don't need to have a whole bunch of stable coins pegged to the US dollar, as an example. You can use one standard and utilize RippleNet and XRP to transact in that. And in a lot of cases, the domestic payments, you don't even really need RippleNet. You can just make those transactions because they're fairly easy. RippleNet is used, and XRP mostly used in cases where you do need to source for that liquidity, right? And make a conversion. So anyway, this is what's happening in Japan. The JCB digital currency, going to be an interesting project to be watching. Wanted to thank Mike Manfield just for posting that. And Stefan Hubert coming out, never short of material, continuing to expose ETHgate for what it is. He just posted this. Can someone please check this and confirm? So this is still not confirmed, but this is what he posted. Okay, this would be huge if the General Council of Consensus had the SEC's own token framework before they released it to the public. I think this, if confirmed, would be the smoking gun. He retweeted this out. Check it out, guys. It even gets better. Do I see this right? Matt Corva posted the direct link to the SEC's framework PDF a half an hour after it was created and 2 hours before the official press release. Now, he's relying on timestamps here. This is from April the 3rd, 2019 at 11:26 a.m., I'm assuming. I mean, regardless, it would be very, very close, and I guess we would have to take time zones into consideration as well. Matt Corba here posting this on Twitter. Okay, so just a screen grab. I will leave the tweet storming to others, but after a quick read, this SEC clear guidance is immensely helpful and clear. If you've been following the BKB official, you will see many familiar themes around tokens for consumer use, not the Wild West. And so he links the SEC files here. And note when that was tweeted, guys, 12:46 p.m. on April the 3rd, 2019. So it's all about the time codes. And even here, Stefan Hubert even decided to get into the weeds and take a look at the metadata. This is when it was posted originally, 2 p.m. or 1400 hours on April the 3rd, 2019. Now, he continues down here by asking, can somebody do me a favor and see if this is right? Did Matt Corba send the direct link to the SEC token framework only half an hour after the PDF? And then he mentions that he did source the metadata there. Was created in 1.5 hours before the official press release. He posts some sources here, like the SEC's website. Check source code on the press release with right click. Explain how he did it. Our Moon down here saying, hey, Stefan, looked into this. It would seem that the PDF was finished being modified at 10:26 New York time. So again, fine-tuning the time zones here. There should be a 1 hour extra on that due to DST, which may have complicated things. The SEC then posted the article on their website at 1400 hours and 14:16, which would, there's the reply here, which would be enough time to allow Corba to report it by 1646. So still not confirmed. Would be interesting, though, if we did see that Ethereum got the free pass before it was officially announced. Another tweet here from Stefan Hubert, and again, another early insider with links to the PDF, but not to a public release. And that would be Catherine Wu. The digital asset framework was written mostly by Director Hinman, made famous by his Ether may not be a security speech last summer. So she was referencing this also on April the 3rd, 2019. And Valerie Suspanic, she heads up their digital asset division. Wheezy at Nerd Nation Unbox also coming down here. LOL, damn, you beat me to it. How did Wu get it early as well? So also just posting the Catherine Wu tweets describing this. This is huge. The SEC just released an official statement on the framework for investment contract analysis of digital assets, analyzing whether a digital asset is a security or not. So some great sleuthing work here from Wheezy at Nerd Nation Unbox, and of course from Stefan Hubert, pointing us to more questions. Crypto Cowboy down here posting this. Catherine Wu left Coinbase this year to go to Archetype. Archetype CEO is Helena Moss, who was at Yahoo the same year as Brad Garlinghouse was there. She went on to be CEO at Bytecom, where she worked closely with KKR. Remember who else is close with KKR? See the link below. So a lot more dirt down here being uncovered by the crypto Twitter sleuths, keeping them honest, and I mean for good reason. Even within the crypto community with these high-profile guys like David Schwartz. He admits it here in a tweet from last night, October the 24th, 2022. He posted this in the evening hours a year ago. I didn't think it was important at all because I didn't think it had any chance of changing anything and was focused on the past and not the future. My position has shifted slightly in the past few months, though. This was in a response to somebody up here. Don't you think unearthing corruption is the most important thing? And this was in relation to that whole Charles Hoskinson debacle that I was talking about in yesterday's video, which I will link up here in the top right-hand corner if you guys didn't catch it. So here it is, David Schwartz admitting that he knew and he knows that corruption exists, and up until a few months ago, he kind of just, brushed it off, it happens, whatever. But now his position has changed. And I mean, I really wonder what changed it. Sometimes maybe all it takes is just recentering yourself and really understanding the magnitude, the fundamental problems that you and the company you work for, that you are going to be able to change and to shift into a new paradigm that is going to be a new financial system. I'm surprised this Charles Hoskinson thing even got under his skin at all. And then Anders brought this to our attention. This seems more and more likely. This is another tweet from David Schwartz from last year, 2021, okay, early 2021. I know this is pretty far out there, and maybe I'm just a bit crazy to suggest this, but maybe some governments will see the wisdom of this same reasoning if they can't run the system, okay? And again, this was before the war broke out between Russia and Ukraine. This is kind of at a tipping point, but David Schwartz, he says, if they can't run the system, maybe a system nobody can run is better than one run by their geopolitical adversaries. So putting the thought out there, obviously, considering the XRPL is decentralized, essentially anybody around the globe can run on RippleNet and not be controlled. And at that point, it can be up to the individual to decide to transact how they want, whether it is in a stablecoin, a CBDC, some type of fiat currency, or a cryptocurrency. It lends more individualism to the citizen. Of course, though, the powers that be don't want us to have too much power. So are we caught between a rock and a hard place? Tell me down in the comments what you guys think. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.